In this Radar review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this social media management tool. If you have any questions, please comment them down below, and I'll also leave a discounted link so you can always get your money's worth for Radar. Radar is an all-in-one social media management platform designed for handling multiple social media profiles. Once we've logged in, we come over to the overview section. Here we have buttons which lead us to various pages such as Inbox, Monitoring, Scheduler, and Analytics. We also have a notifications section, a tasks section, tutorials, discussion group, knowledge base, what's new, FAQ, and blog, as well as the option to create a ticket if you wanted to give any feedback. First up, if we go over to the Inbox section, here is where all your conversations will come from your various social media. So obviously the first step you would do is you would connect a channel. We have an array of different channels that we can add here. We've got Facebook page, Facebook group, Instagram business, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, Vimeo, Google My Business, Google Search, WordPress, Webhook, Telegram, Twilio, and NetGSM. Once you've connected a channel, any messages or comments will show up in this section. We have an array of filter options. We have Inbox, Waiting, Starred, Archived, Muted, Sent, and Deleted. And below there we have types, where we have messages, SMS, post, comments, reviews, and mentions. We have sources, so you could filter it by Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Vimeo, Google, and WordPress. We then have priority. We have all, urgent, high, normal, low, not important. Labels, assigned users. If you had multiple people, you could assign them to different people. Respondents, followers, date range, and you can also sort it by descending or ascending, as well as the rows per page. Say if you were looking for something specific, you could go and type, and you could go, you're looking for a comment from Instagram, and then you could set the date, and that would filter all those here. There's also a search bar at the top where you could search for specific messages or notifications, as well as a refresh button and actions, where you have the options to refresh, export, or have a guided tour. Below conversations we have contacts. Again, here in this section is where all our contacts would show. We can filter them by different folders, so we could go all, touched, untouched, starred, blocked, and deleted. Select our source, select our social media source. We can order it by name and received at, as well as sorting it by descending or ascending, and the rows per page. We then have that same search bar, refresh, and the action button. Below Inbox we have Scheduler. So if we click onto there, here this brings up a calendar view where we can obviously schedule different social media posts. If we hover over a specific date, we can see we've got a plus button and a flag. If we click on the flag, it will tell us different holidays for that date. So for example, on the 19th of August, we have Jan Mashtami, National Couples Day, and National Fajita Day. If we wanted to add a post on that date, we could just click New Post, and this takes us over to a page where we can prepare our post. We can set the date and the time that we'd want it to be posted. You would obviously connect a channel, so it could be Instagram or Facebook, and then below there we can select our type of post. So we have image, where we could drop in a file at a maximum of 100 megabytes. We can set a title and then also a caption. You could also design a post with Canva or create with Vista Create. We then also have the option for video, where again we could upload a video, a gallery, so we could do multiple photos, a link, we could just add a link there, text if we just wanted a simple post, a story, so that could be something for our Instagram story, and then also the option for a reel. Below there we also have some additional settings. We have caption variations, we have chain comments, we have tag a user, where we could tag a Facebook page name, an Instagram public account name, a LinkedIn organization, or a Twitter username. We have location, so we could search for a specific location to add to the post. And we have advanced settings, where we can assign it to a user, add a label, don't shorten the URL or shorten it, send notification only if an error occurs, or send notification when it's published, publish as public or draft or unlisted or private. You can select the button, so it says learn more, buy now, download, book now, sign up or watch video. Just publish on Reels tab or publish on feed and Reels tab. And if caption exceeds limit, then split it to flood or to trim the caption. Once you are happy there, you can obviously go on schedule and it will schedule it for that date and time, or you could duplicate it, or of course delete it. As well as clicking on the date, you can also click on the new post button here, and this will give you the options of new post, schedule post, recurring post, import, export, schedule all, or stop all. So if we went on new post, then that will just take us over to the section we were at earlier. We also have at the top little colour charts, which will tell us how our post is doing. For example, yellow if it's scheduled, blue if it's in progress, green if it's published, and red if there's an error, and then grey if it was a draft. We could also filter it, so we could select the status, draft, scheduled, in progress, published, or error. If we want on in progress, then that would bring up all the posts that are in progress. We have content types, where we can select from image, video, gallery, link, text, story, or reel, categories, labels, and assigned users. You can also at the top skip through the months, so you could just click on there, or you could go backwards in the months. We can also click on this button here, which will let us set it to a weekly view or a list view. And we also have the actions button, where again we can select new post, schedule a post, recurring post, import, export, schedule all, stop all, randomize, posting times, or guided tour. Below scheduler we have analytics. So for analytics, as it says here, we've not yet got a board, so we need to create one. So if we go on new board, set our name for the new board, and then this takes us over to this board section here. So if we click on the plus there, we can add widgets to our analytics. We can select from conversations, timeline, by sources, by rates, by teammates, NLP, monitoring, publishing, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So if I went for conversations and timeline and clicked on add, and once we've got some data, it would show just below there. If obviously you've got multiple widgets, you also have the option to move these around. So I could move that one to there, so you could swap them over, and then you've also got the option to delete them as well. At the top, we can also set the date. So we could go yesterday, last 7 days, last 30 days, etc. We have the option for adding a new widget, which is the same as that. Export, print, and on actions, we have new widget again, reload, and guided tour. If you wanted multiple boards for different things, so you could have one for Facebook and one for Instagram, then you can go on this plus here and you can create a new board. Below analytics, we have Passbook. So this is where all your different passwords will be held. So because you'll have loads of different passwords for different social media, what it's asking for is that you create a master password. So if you entered a good password into here, and then in this section here is where you could manage and edit all those passwords. Below Passbook, we have utilities. Here we have a few different options. We've first got a URL shortener. So we could click on the plus there, go on new, add our link name, enter our URL, set the custom domain and a custom suffix if we want it. Go ahead and click add, and we can see now that that's created a short URL. And we then have the options to copy link, QR code, or actions, where we can edit, visit, copy link, or QR code. Below URL, we have landing pages. And if we click on new there, then we can select a new landing page. So we could go for simple letter, go on next, set a page title, and click on create. And then here we can completely edit our landing page. We could set a custom letter. We've got loads of options on the sidebar. We can set headers, text, paragraph, We can add in links or buttons. We can add images just by dragging them in, and you could then just select a file, or you could put in the link. We also have the options to view what it would look like on a desktop, on an iPad, and on a smartphone. Next to the editor, we have settings. We can customize our landing page title, the page description, keywords, set the custom domain, suffix, robots index, robots follow, revisit after, preview image, and the favicon. We also have a tracking code section where we can add a Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, and Yandex Metrica. You also have the option to preview this landing page, as well as save it, preview, copy link, QR code, duplicate, and delete. Below landing page, we have quick replies. We could click on the plus button there, and we could create a quick reply. So we could set the short name and the message, and then just go ahead and click on create. We also have the hashtag manager. Here we can search for specific hashtags. We can go on the top 25, we can go on suggestions, we can search the basket, and also search from templates. Below hashtag manager is stock library. Here we can search for stock images. If you liked a specific image, you could go on actions, preview, visit, or download. Finally, in this section we have RSS feeds. We can go on add now, set the name for our RSS feed, and the URL. And that's pretty much everything. So what did I think of Radaar? Radaar is a fantastic social media management platform. It's an absolute must for any businesses that have multiple social media pages. It made it incredibly easy to manage your posts, messages, analytics, and even schedule future posts. It's also amazing that they added additional features like the link shortener and being able to customize a landing page. I think Radaar was fantastic and I would definitely recommend it. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.